tonight to the famous souls that reside in Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California. If you weren't able to put your name in part 1, here is a chance in part 2. I did also have the ability to say, you know what? I know they love that cat ball with the white cat. So I turned it off because I was away for a while. Just in case they were activating it constantly. And then I said, you know what, I'm going to move it. So we'll see if it's like their favorite ball. Again, I turned it off and then turned it back on. And yeah, so let's see. Let's get started. Who's here? The last person we had was about Evelyn and Edmund. And that Evelyn that came through could have been this one, who was 79. And she was an actress. She was the elder sister of actress Rosetta. Edwardian. I did get Edward too. Hello, is this a name? Or is this like a time period? I think it's a time period. Because I just typed in that. So perhaps this is something the person was, you know, maybe portraying somebody in that era. That could be it. Or maybe they were trying to put Edward, but it popped up with Edwardian. Yes, I'm here.
Yes, I'm here.
So Edward, you're here? So we did get Edward at the very end and Edmund in part 1. And then I got a phone call. And I think you guys were trying to tell me, right? You were trying to light up that cat ball saying, get out, go out. And then out again, and predict. And then I'm like, well, huh? Not realizing you were warning me that I needed to go because I let someone out and I needed to let him back in. You were trying to warn me that I left the dog outside to go potty. He's okay. He's fine. It's just my mom's like, the dog needs to get in. And I was like, ugh, okay. Anyways, all good. I had food too, so it should be good there too. Nothing fancy. So, yeah. Hopefully you were able to gain a lot of energy with the light. I did turn on the ceiling light for additional energy boost for you all. It seemed like you guys wanted me to do part 2, so here I am. Mind?
Mind.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what you do with predicting. You use your mind. I don't know. Or you don't mind at all that we're doing part 2? Mind. Yeah, I'm not sure what they mean by mind. So I see you're very active on my EMF meter, so hello again. Whoever tapped the cat ball, I don't know if it was Stuart, Edmund, Evelyn.
You are optimistic.
But there is definitely a spirit that was tapping the cat ball constantly in the middle. Again, I did a little switcheroo, so I don't know if it's going to be like their favorite spot to tap. Because they did like to always be in this center of attention. Focus. Like, focus on me. It's also by the word famous. Didn't realize that. So again, in part 1, I did get several names that were famous. So if you want me to find you, you can put your name down. And just like Evelyn, I got one Evelyn that was easy to find. So if you're like one and only one that reside there that was famous, it helps. Or 3. But if it's like more than like 6, 7, it's like hard to go through them all. So hello, this is Detective Lazaria. Again, apologize for ending part 2 so abruptly, or part 1 so abruptly. But at least I'm trying to allow you to continue to speak in part 2. And let me know who you are. Twins.
Twins.
So you were twins? So there's somebody that's a twin? I am a twin, by the way. But there is 94 that have twins in the bio. Either they had twins or they were twins. But let's see if there were any twins that were famous. Hold on. Okay, there are 3. Thank you. That helped. Okay, so there is Renee. She was a mother of 3 daughters, including a set of twins. Because maybe sometimes these names don't appear to be here, so they're giving other ways to find them. So if you are indeed the spirit... Oh, that's funny, because I turned you off and turned you back on and moved you, too. Ha! I knew you had a favorite ball. It's not the malfunction of the ball, people. Come on. So I found you. Found Renee Godfrey, who was a mother of 3 daughters, including a set of twins. Let me show you her picture. She might activate the cat ball, but here's a picture of her. Very beautiful. Whistle?
Whistle.
Somebody whistling at her image. She was very beautiful. And her husband's Peter. She was an American actress and a wife of a British actor, Peter. And then there was Hugh O'Brien. Oh, never mind. That's a title of a movie. Same with the other guy, Roscoe. Never the twin. So again, I think it was Renee Godfrey coming through. But her name was not in the word bank. And that's the closest she can let me know who she was. And she did tap the cat ball. Which is funny enough, the same cat ball that kept going off. But again, what are the odds of me turning it off and an hour later switching them and turning it back on? And that's the same one that goes off. There are other cat balls, including my brand new one in the middle that says love. If you are indeed a spirit that likes cat balls, But yeah, again, hello to Renee Godfrey. Feathers?
Feathers.
Feathers. Well, my guess is maybe somebody had a hairpiece with feathers. Or did they play an angel? Was anybody in a movie or a show with, angels? Maybe that's what you played? mean, there is Carrie Snodgrass, who played Touched by an Angel. She was in that show. Then there's Beryl Wallace, who was also somebody who was in the title I Married an Angel. And here's these two, by the way. So maybe their names aren't in the book, or the app. Another one, Helene Staton, also I Married an Angel. Oh, what do you know? Edmund Golding, who was another person that popped in part one, was Edmund, the Night Angel something. And there's many, many others. Salem?
Salem.
Did anybody by chance, I don't know, what do you call it? Work with a show with a witch? Like Bewitched or Sabrina the Teenage Witch or something? I'm going to go ahead and put the name down just in case. There is some spirits that have title that they played a character in. So there's Witch of Salem, that was Charles Cadman. Harold Nelson said Maid of Salem, ... And then we have same thing. Edith played again in Maid of Salem. Another one, Maid of Salem. There's a lot of shows. And then another one, Maid of Salem. That was Rika, Frank, and Edith. So maybe that was one of them. You guys are letting me know that you guys worked in a title with that name. I don't know if you have Salem as a name. No Salem. I checked. So, fortunately nobody has Salem, but I'm going to go ahead and remove the tag. Oh!
I'm from ancient times.
So apparently there is two people that reside that have the name Salem. So if they aren't famous, they do reside there. Salem Hamilton and Salem Saba. So maybe it's one of these spirits that just aren't famous but just want to say hi. We reside there too. And I'm not sure about feathers again. That could just be randomly spewed. I don't think it's a name. Oh. Huh. There are some people with the last name Feather. But none of them are really famous. Interesting. So, it said Edwardian, and then it said, I mentioned Edward, and it said, yes, I'm here. So I believe, again, here's a recap. So I believe Edward, who was in part one, came through.
You are powerful.
And then it said twins, and I did find somebody who happened to have a set of twins who was famous. That was Renee. Maybe her name just isn't in the word bank. Then Whistle. Maybe somebody was whistling due to her beauty. And then I guess we also have Amelia.
Amelia.
It's with an E. Okay, I'm going to try the E one. And I'm going to do a little bit of a shortcut by going to the famous tag. And nobody. But there are 72 Amelias that do reside there. Just nobody with the tag famous. Maybe try the A? Should I try the A? Maybe it's Amelia. So there's 385 Amelias, but let's see who are maybe famous. Again, the famous tag. Nobody. So there are definitely some Amelias and Amelias that reside in that cemetery. So hello to that spirit that's saying hi. And again, if you are a child spirit that happens to be also famous, you can take a seat or see there's a little cat ball next to a ghost stuffy. You can tap the cat ball to let us know you're here. So I've done many sessions prior to this and my cat balls never go off. And for it to go off even after turning it on and off. So.
Mirror's reflection.
Mirror's reflection. So sometimes the spirit talker, it could be just something random. But I do have a mirror. So maybe someone's by the mirror. And by the way, is there by chance a spirit guide named Walter hanging around? Because there was a session with Joshua Dawson and Walter's name popped up a lot. The bad lady's here?
The bad lady's here.
I mean, it did say Salem. Maybe a witch? I don't know. So, if there is a Walter... Oh, I'm Eliza.
I am Eliza.
Hello, Eliza. I'm going to see if you are a famous Eliza. And there are two. But it's not Eliza, but it's Elizabeth Taylor, which is very famous. Her name's D-A-M-E, Elizabeth Taylor, and Elizabeth Sebold. So we'll go Elizabeth Taylor first. So you might all recognize her. Again, she passed away in 1979. And...
Navy.
And she was an actress. And then we have this person here, who is Elizabeth Sebold. Funny it said Navy, with the last name Sebold. She was also a actress, television screenwriter. And I'm just wondering, maybe these people were letting me know that somebody, their family, is in the Navy. So again, if you are a spirit with the name Eliza, there was none, but Elizabeth did pop up with two. So I'm going to remove the famous tag and see if there's just a person with the actual name Eliza. And there is. There's a few. A lot. A lot. Never mind. There's so many. So it lists, with Elizabeth, it's over 3,000. Yeah. Thank God for doing the shortcut of just tapping famous, huh? So maybe it was Elizabeth Taylor. Maybe that's just a short name for her. Pray?
Pray.
Do you want me to pray for you? If you want me to pray for whoever's saying pray, can you go to the EMF meter to orange or red? I mean, there might be a spirit that needs some praying, and I could do the prayer, but it might have to be a little bit later, maybe another 20 minutes. So if you can just hold off until then, I can definitely say it for you, whoever needs it. Oh.
Spectre.
Spectre. So I got Spectre in my session that will eventually be coming out, and I found out what that means. Ghost. So maybe there's a spirit that needs a prey. Is there any chance there's some spirits from that session I had last night? Maybe they're still still sticking around? I mean, hopefully not, but I'm just wondering. I haven't had any big clues other than that word. How did it feel to be famous? Can you let me know how you guys felt to be famous? I mean, it seemed like a lot of work, especially with some of the stuff that, or some of the careers that you guys chose to be famous. Some of them require a lot of work. Hopefully you were treated okay. I know some unfortunately weren't. And I'm wondering, how does it feel to be famous and in heaven?
Trust the woman.
Trust the woman? Okay. Maybe are you trying to let someone know to trust the woman, like trust the angel? Or trust the spirit guide? And just to get this, I just want to make sure it works for them. Okay, there. I guess you really do have to move some things. So I guess the white kitty cat one is just easier for them at that time. So I just want to make sure it still works when tapping my arms.
My arms.
Unsure what that means. Maybe you mean that you hurt your arm? So, if you do reside at this Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California, you can place your name on the Spirit Talker app. You can tap a cat ball, these clear balls. Somebody's been doing it. There's even one on a seat in the back by the closet door. I do have the skull motion detector on, but the ghost motion detector has been turned off.
Hell.
Hell? Did it feel like the overload of work felt like that? Did it feel like you were in that state? Again.
Peril.
Peril. I mean, I think that's more of a definition thing I have to look up, but I'll look up as a name. Yeah, there's no perils. Serious and immediate danger.
Relation.
Relation. Exposed to danger, threatened.
Warmth.
Warmth. Is that how you feel? Are you surrounded by warmth? I miss my family.
I miss my family.
It did say relation, and then it said warmth, and then it said I miss my family. So your living family that's still living, you miss them, and they gave you warmth when you were living? Is there any way for you guys to visit them and then give them any indication that their beloved one's there? Maybe letting them feel you? Or maybe affecting the lights? Or moving something? Are you able to do that? I'm sure they're missing you too.
Locked.
Locked. Are you locked out from the home? Is that how you feel? You feel like you're not able to go into the home because it's like not allowing you? And I did just type in Locke just in case there's a last name Locke, but no. Again, if you need any of the energy to utilize my tools, the 2 light sources that are on my room are for you to use to gain energy, as well as some candle light over there. And I hope you guys are enjoying this session. Again, famous people, if you want to put your names down, it has on the famous tag 1117. Walk left.
Walk left.
Maybe you can tap a capital to answer yes for me. But basically, I want to know, did you enjoy being famous? To all the spirits that are here that were famous, did you enjoy being famous?
Faithfulness.
So is Stuart from part 1 still here? You can light up the EMF meter to let me know.
1.
1. There's 1 Stuart here. Hmm. So I take it, like I said, Edmund, Edward, Stuart, Evelyn, and many other names. And the capital did go off. And again, it was interesting enough. The one in the middle, which was that one. And then in part 2, I turned it off and then I switched it out and turned it back on. And then earlier this part 2, it did light up here. That's why I feel like it was a spirit letting me know that they're still here. Maybe from part 1. And this time I should be okay. Shouldn't get interrupted by at least a phone call. But again, thank you. I'm so sorry for not heeding your warning. I should have left when I did. But in the end, it ended up being okay. So I do need to adjust my hand and take a sip of water. You were supported?
You are supported.
Thank you. That's right. I am supported. They were supporting me and also guiding me and warning me. Fortunately, my detective brain was, oh, nah,
Brazen bull.
nah. I know that's just a bad term. Don't think so. Nope. They're like, yeah, no, we like that word being up there. We like that phrase. That's why we're going very strong on the EMF meter. No, see, brazen bull doesn't seem right. Seems like something silly that's being spewed on Spirit Dogger. So anything kind of like related to old terms of torment, I'm just ignoring. So unless somebody happens to have a last name Bull, that's famous, no. Just had to make sure.
Good and evil here.
Okay. So, being famous and then passing away, are you still getting a lot of attention up there in heaven? Yeah? So EMF meter's going to yellow, so it must mean yeah. So maybe, see?
Judas Cradle.
See, it's like coming up with these old terms. I'm ignoring it. So I'm just going to talk to the spirits, and then if a name pops up, I'll look. So for the spirits that were famous, wisdom.
Wisdom.
That when you went to heaven, were there a lot of people that couldn't, couldn't hold themselves and had to come to you knowing who you were? They knew who you were because you were famous, and they're like, oh my God, it's, say for instance, Walt Disney. There must have been a lot of kids that knew who he was, or adults that knew who he was, and they all, at the time when he passed away, probably sworn him right away, like, oh my God, it's you, you're here, sad, but hey. Does that mean that you're making it a magical heaven? Just like you did with Disney World and Disneyland? Did you make it a magical place? If there's Walt Disney there? I know, I'm just being silly. But could you imagine, after he passed away, which was a while ago, long ago, during all this time, he's been making amusement parks in heaven for the children to go to, hopefully for free. Not an arm and a leg to get into. Well, your legend still continues, Mr. Disney. Your legend keeps continuing on and on to the point where there's now like so many versions of movies, to the point where they went from cartoons to live action to, yeah, too many. So apparently the originals, I was treated well.
I was treated well.
I'm glad to hear that, whoever's saying this. If you were famous and you were treated well, I'm glad you were. So whoever's coming through that was famous and they're saying that they were treated well, I'm very glad to hear that. I was a little concerned that some weren't. So I'm wondering how many actors and actresses reside there, and how many musicians, authors, playwriters, again, higher up political people. I wonder. Well, I'm pretty sure it's 1,117. That's right, because that's what's popped up. So again, out of those, there's got to be some more names that want to come through, like Ralph.
Ralph.
Funny enough, I was like, come on, I know there's got to be another one. So there's Ralph, 6 of them. I have to, So, bear with me. There's Ralph, B-Y-R-D, Beard, or Bird, wife, Ralph Bird. Ralph Edwards. I did get Edward, but not Edwards. Ralph G. Ralph Hepburn, who might be related to another Hepburn. Ralph Kress, and Ralph Ranger. So I do see a Ralph Kress. Red is a baseball player. That was his being famous. Ralph Ranger, who was 41 when he passed, was a songwriter, composer.
1600s.
1600s. Well, there's definitely nobody with the 1600s. We have Ralph Beard, who was an actor. Ralph Edwards. TV show host, television game show producer. That was Ralph Edwards. Ralph G. He was a professional golfer.
Joy.
You're enjoying this? Well, if you're enjoying this, you can always confirm by tapping a capo while I'm scrolling down the Ralph names. Ralph Hepburn. He is a professional race car driver. Oh. But Elizabeth Hepburn. I felt like there was a Hepburn that was famous. But I forget which one it was. I'll look it up later. I gotta finish. I'm almost done. Oh no, that's right. The baseball player, which was Ralph Red Cress. Hepburn. I'm just gonna look her up real quick. Usually. Oh no. Okay.
Usually.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Or maybe she doesn't reside there. Maybe she resides in a different cemetery. So you usually feel joy? And like I said, I don't think anybody is from the 1600s, but maybe you played a character from the 1600s. So thank you, Ralph, for coming through. So maybe when they were tapping that couple, they really were trying to get me out. Like trying to get my attention, but unfortunately I was like all excited. And now they're not doing it. They're like, nope, I'm just letting you know we were here and that's it. So, yep, like I said, I'm going to get into the 15-minute mark of having to end it. Had a hard life.
Had a hard life.
Is this somebody who was famous that's saying this? That they had a hard life? Was it difficult being famous? Or maybe you had a hard life and then when you became famous, that changed everything? Because I'm pretty sure some people went from rags to riches.
I've been here 200 years.
Okay. So in the 1800s, there are definitely some from the 1800s. So like I said, maybe it's one of those stories that somebody went from rags to riches. And then, you know, I'm assuming they passed away happy and healthy and wealthy. Although you have to understand, money doesn't buy happiness, just so you know. It's the ones that are around you, that surround you, that give you the love and joy, not money. Do you agree with that? Even if you were the wealthiest person, that didn't bring you joy and happiness all the time, it was more the people around you? I'm not saying it wasn't a good thing to be famous or anything, but I just felt like maybe having all that money, it didn't, for some, didn't feel like it really brought true happiness and joy. Maybe you enjoyed what you did. Dress. Well, I bet you there was a lot of people who were actresses a lot of ladies that were actresses that had worn many dresses over the course of their career. And maybe there is a person that happens to be on here with a picture of her in a dress. What is your name? The one that mentioned dress. Could I find you?
Don't mess with me.
Oh. Is somebody who's wearing a dress? Is somebody messing with you? Just for the heck of it, I'm just gonna go ahead and search dress. Just to see what would happen. Oh, that's right. The little girl. Carl, Carryll, Eklund, her dress caught in fire and she passed away age 4. Is this her coming through? Remember? That one. And her anniversary of her passing is coming up in a few weeks. And interesting enough, she passed away on Halloween. Okay, apparently Toddy Amos was a Hollywood dress extra and stand-in for Barbara Stanwyck. It's cool. So even though you may not be the full main character, you definitely played a part. There was also Vera West. And then there's that one. Oh, what's up?
Robinson.
Oh, hey, hi. Again, the same one. There is no Robinson in this list that I see. But hello, is this Arthur Robinson? Okay, hold on. Let me first see if there's a Robinson. I felt like there was a Robinson. Hold on. I do remember Robinson, who was famous. Why? I do remember. Oh, that's right. I did type in on Harry. Winchester Robinson. Yes. I found him. Harry Winchester Robinson. Let's click on him again. Hi, Harry. It's nice to see you again. Part 1. Here we are, part 2. Oh, wow. This is definitely Harry. Oh, apparently there's an Emily now.
My name is Emily.
Hold on. I want to show the picture of Harry real quick again. Okay, you can tap away again. So again, he's a businessman. The heir to the Robinson department store. Oh, which makes sense. Dress. Ah, maybe. He built the business into the last one. Okay. Okay, cool. Nice. Can you tap another ball just to make sure? Please? I know you're holding it. Oh, hey, I got a Virginia. In part 1, his wife is Virginia Robinson. Ha ha. Someone's having fun.
Ha ha.
Someone's having fun. Emily? Maybe it's Emily. Emily's like, ha ha. Sounds like a Simpson. Ha ha. And there is also a Frances Robinson, a female. Maybe her? She was an actress from the 1930s to the 1970s. Her parents are James and Alice, and her siblings Clyde. Is this you, Frances Robinson? Age 55? Are you also coming through? Again, I got 2 Robinsons that were famous. Are you both here? Or is this Emily? Is this Emily? Okay, Emily, I'm pretty sure you're in the list, but there's probably going to be a ton. So Emily, here we go again. No? What? No way. No? No Emilys that were famous. There's got to be a flaw in that one, huh?
It's unpleasant here.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Again, I have other balls. You can tap this one too, right? I'm just making sure it's brand new. And this one, and this one. You can tap all these other balls, including the one in the chair, not just my white kitty cat one. Look how pretty. Wee, wee, wee. Pretty, pretty, pretty. You could join in if you wanted to. So Emily, oh, be wary of her.
Be wary of her.
So for Emily, I don't know if this is like someone who's in this resting place or if it's just a spirit named Emily. And could it be Emily Robinson? Maybe that's your full name. Okay, here, we'll do this. There are 543 Emilys. Let's just type in Rob. Emily Evans Robinson. There is an Emily Evans Robinson who was 1876 to 1955. There's no photo of her, but there is her who passed away at age 78. Her husband's James. This you? Again, Emily Z. Evans Robinson. Maybe that was her? She may not be apparently on the famous tag, but maybe she is famous. I don't know. So Emily, is that your last name? Robinson? Did I find you? No, it's Thompson.
Thompson.
That'd be funny if there is actually Emily Thompson. Hold on. You're making me do some extra work here, Emily, but I'll do it. There is an Emily Thompson. There's a few. There's Emily Crochelle Thompson, passed away 1940.
Year.
Is 2025. And then we have Emily Bell Thompson. We have a few Emily Thompsons, definitely. Emily Bridget Barber Thompson, Emily Indiana Atkin Thompson, Emily, oh, that's right. Okay, that's all the Thompsons. So there was definitely some Emily Thompsons in there, but none of them are famous. On the famous tag, I mean. That doesn't mean they're not famous, but just unfortunately not easily tagged with the famous tag. So I hope that helped. I don't know if it was, again, Emily Thomas, but I will do this again. I'm going to do Thompson, famous, and make sure I'm not missing any famous Thompsons. And there were two. We got Hal Thompson and Keen Thompson. All right, let me show my viewers. So there's those. Looks like an actress.
Alexander.
Or an actor, I mean. And a director. Alexander. I'm looking up the entire name, Alexander. Alexander Pantages. I cannot say your last name too well. But here's one and only Alexander that has a famous tag. He passed away at age 68 in 1936. Here's a photo of him. Looks like somebody who wrote something. He was a Here. There you go. That's what he did. Worked with theaters. All right, cool. And his spouse is Lois. Kids are Rodney, Lloyd, and Carmen. Thank you for coming through, Alexander. If you're famous, thank you for coming through. All right, my fingers are getting a little hurty on, like, they're red. Ow, ow, ow. So again, we definitely have somebody that likes that Capel, no matter what. I would like to see if they could tap Gilbert. If there is a Gilbert, can you tap any of these other Capels just to make sure they would still work for spirits? While I look you up, Gilbert. Please. There is no Gilbert that has a famous tag, but there are 202 Gilberts that are listed. So it's probably one of these Gilberts. So thank you again. I can't go through 202 of them, but there is 202 that are listed with that name, Gilbert. But unfortunately, none with the tag.
Carmilla.
Well, Carmilla, I know she came in a very long ago session, but let's go ahead and just see if there is a Carmilla that was famous. Well, no, but there are 8 Carmillas that do reside in that cemetery. So hello, hi Carmilla. Again, we got Carmilla. So maybe if they're not famous, maybe they're tied to somebody who's famous. Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello. It's funny, I said hello just a bit ago. So if this is Carmilla, hello. Hi there.
There's life after death.
That there is. Otherwise I would be talking to air. Again, it would be nice if you can confirm that you guys are here by lighting up the EMF meter.
Peril.
Peril again. Ignoring it. Are you trying to say Pearl? And it keeps putting down Peril? Is there somebody with the name Pearl, but it keeps putting down the wrong word? Maybe you're having difficulty using that app? If you want me to look up Pearl, I can, but you have to light up something. I feel like there could have been somebody famous with the name Pearl. Well, there's 809 total. How many are famous? None. Never mind. So there was pearls that reside there, but none with the famous tag. I just checked. So it's my 1 hour mark. I gotta wrap it up. I hope you all had fun letting me know you're famous and you're here and you were able to communicate with me. And hopefully in my future sessions that you're able to communicate with other balls. Not saying that one's broken, I'm just saying it's odd. 5.
5.
I do have 5 cat balls. There's 4 here and 1 over there. Or are you saying 5 more minutes? Are you trying to tell me I should give you 5 more minutes? Can you light up the EMF meter if that's what you want me to do? Give you 5 more minutes? All right, 5 more minutes. So as we're waiting for the 5 minutes, I'm going to probably do my little spew. So again, this is Detective Lazaria. If you like this type of content, as weird as it may look and seem, go ahead and give my videos a thumbs up, as well as comment below, and try to share it out to others that may be interested in knowing about the other world of the afterlife, the spirits.
Splendor.
And subscribe if you haven't, so you can get more of my content right away, especially if I ever go live. You don't want to miss that, do you? No. So, yeah. And to the viewers as well, if you get to this point, thank you for, well, watching over an hour. But if you can comment below, who are your most favorite famous people?
4 lights.
4 lights? Well, I mean, I do have 4 cat balls right on display. But like I said, if you can comment below your most famous person that you liked, loved, that had passed away, can you put their name down on the comment section? That'd be awesome. And maybe let me know where you found them, like what they were, all that stuff. And I have a few, but I just can't think of it off the top of my head. But I know that my twin sister... Crying? Aww. Are you sad because I'm leaving? Or ending the session, I mean? Well, I know that my twin sister is very sad that her favorite actress, Angela, I forgot how you, basically, Jessica Fletcher on Murder, She Wrote, the actress, for her to pass away. I don't think she's in here. I don't want to butcher her name. Angela... But it was definitely, oh, Angela Lansbury. That's what it was. I was close. I was like, So again, so Angela Lansbury. Wait. What is today? Oh, so tomorrow is her passing anniversary. She passed away October 11th, 2022. I don't remember seeing Angela in here. No.
We love talking.
Well, I'm glad you love talking. So just like that, that's an example. My twin sister, she really enjoyed watching her Murder, She Wrote TV show with Angela Lansbury. And for her to find out that she passed away it's almost 3 years ago. No? Yeah. Almost 3 years ago. One of mine was Corey Haim. I was really saddened to see that he passed away. Oh, of course, Paul Walker. Again, these people probably aren't in the cemetery here. I'm just listing off people that I had, seen gone. Heath Ledger. Of course, young men. My little crushes that I had back then. So I have a feeling that they are probably in the Hollywood Cemetery, which I can do another day, maybe. If you want me to do the other cemetery for the famous people, the Hollywood one in California, if you like that idea, can you light up any of the cat balls?
I'll affect you.
Okay. So again, if you like the idea, just like I've been doing with the session of seeking spirits that were famous in Forest Lawn Memorial Park, what about the Hollywood Cemetery in California? Should I attempt that in the future? See if other spirits that were famous that reside there want to come through? It's a possibility. If I run out of ideas, that's an idea. All right, I went past my 5-minute mark because I gave them extra 5 minutes. And I know that they love talking. And maybe they were telling me that the, oh, it's unpleasant here again?
It's unpleasant here.
That maybe 4 lights is letting me know that they activated the light 4 times or something. I don't know. So because it's apparently unpleasant here for some reason, I'm going to go ahead and, again, end this. So thank you for those who came. I appreciate it. This is Detective Lazaria signing out, and this time without interruptions. Bye!